case first, if that's okay.
Okay.
Kearny County District Court on January 22, 2024, and this is a Kearny County contempt docket. The first case we'll be hearing is Kearny County case 2022 LM 38. This is Pioneer Telephone versus Crystal Gassett. So we're both present. Mr. Loving, will you tell me what we're doing today with this?
Certainly, Judge. This is actually an order back from a hearing from July 17th of 2023 for another hearing date of execution. However, in the previous hearing, Ms. Gassett was ordered to provide the last 2 months of bank statements within 7 days of that hearing. She was also ordered to provide a copy of her SSDI income statement from November within 7 days from the date of that hearing. We have not received either of those things. I would ask the court to inquire why she has failed to follow an order of the court.
Gassett, you heard what Mr. Loving had to say.
I gave all my caseworker all the information, and she was supposed to print it off or email it to him. I don't know what happened. I can get a hold of her, but she's been real busy with everything on her caseload.
Okay, who did you say was supposed to do that?
Amanda, my caseworker.
All right, caseworker in what capacity?
Compass.
Loving, any thoughts?
Well, Your Honor, the obligation to get those documents to us is not Compass's, it is hers.
Well, the court agrees with you, Mr. Loving. Ms. Gassett, this is about 6 months ago. Is this the first you're hearing that the documents are not there?
Yes.
Did you follow up with anyone when you were ordered to provide those documents to make sure they were provided?
I got a hold of my caseworker and kept asking her about him.
Okay, and did you ever get an affirmative response from her?
No, I did not on that.
Basically,
she just kept telling me she'll check.
Okay, so it shouldn't be a surprise to you that didn't get done, correct?
No, sir.
All right. Very well.
Here's what I'm going to ask, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm going to ask for 2 findings of contempt for failure to provide documentation as ordered by the court. And I'm going to ask the court to set this for disposition next month. And the court can tell me the date. If Ms. Gassett provides the documentation prior to that date, I will not be seeking sanction. If she fails to do so, I will be seeking sanction, either monetary fees or jail time for violation of a court order.
Sure.
Oh, because of my caseworker.
All right, Ms. Gassett, did you understand what Mr. Loving is asking the court to do?
Yeah.
Questions about that?
No.
All right, well, here's what the court will do. First, we'll set this out for a docket 1 month out. Mr. Loving, how does February 12th look on your docket? February 12th at 9 a.m. That's a Monday morning.
As long as we're handling it by Zoom, that should be fine, Judge. I do have a 10 o'clock in front of Judge Woods in Finney County.
Zoom is fine for the court.
Okay.
All right. So, Ms. Gassett, here's what the court is going to require. Mr. Loving's request for 2 findings of contempt will be, I will find 2 counts of contempt. There are no sanctions ordered at this time. However, and I stress at this time, Mr. Loving has advised you and the court if he receives the documents you were required to provide 6 months ago, he will not ask for sanctions of jail time or monetary sanctions. If he does not receive those. He is well within his right to ask for those. Do you understand, Ms. Gassett?
Yeah.
All right, so here's what the order of the court previously from July, this is what you need to do. The order of the court from July still stands. You need to provide those documents that were ordered in July. Whoever you have to contact, whatever you have to do to get them arranged, please do so between now and February the 12th. And this will make
Okay.
it a lot easier.
That was a statement for SSDI.
Yeah, so the income statement from SSDI saying how much you're getting. So this is whatever the most recent one was. And then the most recent 2 bank statements.
Like, because I don't have January, I can do December and November.
Yeah, the 2 most recent, and you bank with Credit Karma, right? So they should just be available
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you forget what you're supposed to provide, you can call my office at any time and just double check, okay? I'm trying to give you a second bite at the apple here, give you a chance to
Okay.
comply without a sanction, okay?
I need your phone number and
Yeah.
email address.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 620
Okay.
275
Okay.
4146.
Okay. And email address.
Will be staff, STAFF,
Okay.
at, and then the initials of the law firm, HMBCR, as in,
HMBCR. Okay.
as in Hotel Mike Bravo Charlie Romeo,
Okay.
.com.
All right. All right. I'll get that done immediately.
Okay, good.
Well, Ms.
And if
Gassett,
they have any questions about what you need to provide, they can give us a call as well. As long as you give us approval to talk to them on this, we can give them answers on what they
Yeah,
need.
you guys have all permission to talk to my caseworker on anything because she handles all my legal stuff right now with my stress and everything being so high.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me put that note in there and you can tell me her name again.
Amanda Serpton or something like that. She's with the Compass Support Services. Hello?
Yeah, I'm just taking notes
Okay.
here.
All right.
Services authorized to. Okay. All right. I've got that in there.
All right.
All right.
I don't know if you have my updated address or not.
I was going to ask that for, that next. What is your, I've got it 1215 Pinecrest. Is that right?
No, I no longer live there.
Okay. What's your new address?
104
Uh-huh.
Osborne Drive.
Okay.
In Lakin, Kansas.
And what's the zip code there?
67860.
Perfect.
And I got a new phone number too.
And what's that?
620
Uh-huh.
419
Mhm.
6274.
Okay.
Loving, we need to clarify something. Ms. Gassett, Mr. Loving's not familiar, or probably not as familiar with Lakin as I am. 104 Osborne, is there a mail bank there? Is that a place you actually receive mail, or do you have a PO box?
We get our mail at that address.
PO box. It's over there across town, but it's a box.
Yeah. The mail goes straight to a box, but it's with our address.
Okay. Those of us that live in Lakin know how you have to navigate.
Yep. I know that.
And that's my next question. So that's your physical and your mailing address?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And still getting only Social Security, right? You don't have outside employment, right?
Nope. Still just disability.
Okay. All right. So that's it for me. Did you have any questions, ma'am?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, we'll look forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you again on February 12th, 2024 at 9 a.m.
Okay, now do I still go if I send all this in or?
Yes, because we have to get down
Okay.
on the record whether there's sanctions or not.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. If nothing further from either party, we are adjourned. Thank you for your appearances. By adjournment, we will reconvene February 12th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Make sure
All right.
everybody calendar. Thank you.
Thank you.
Give Mr. Loving a chance to catch up his notes.
What's your name, ma'am? And you're gonna have to speak into that microphone, maybe check and see if it's on. There should be a green light on at the base.
Actually, very hoarse. This is Justice Line in 2019 LM 297.
And I don't have any audio coming from that microphone at all, Judge.
Real close, and you have to.
Justice Line.
Oh, you are hoarse, dear. My goodness.
Yes.
It's not even catching the microphone most of the time. Okay. Yeah, feel free to just park that microphone right on the tip of your chin.
All right.
I don't know if you'll be able to reach it better if you come around to the side of it. It'll have to be about on your chin for me to be able to hear you.
Getting back to today. All right. Okay, Mr. Loving, I'm seeing that we're here for a citation for contempt. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge. And I'm reviewing my notes here. Looks like there was a failure to appear July 11 of 2022. And citation was issued at that time. Let's see here. Looks like the hearing aid had been served through Dakota Flores, the boyfriend living at the same address, on or around the 23rd of June of 2022. The citation did not get served prior to the citation hearing. And so this was done through an alias. And I show no priors. So it looks like this is a first on a citation.
All right. What Mr. Loving is telling the court, Ms. Line, is that at a previous date, this being quite a ways back, you were ordered to appear for a hearing in aid of execution on a bill from Dr. Jewell's office, and that you failed to do so. What I'm going to do is place you under oath and then ask you some questions regarding that. Okay? Right hand. You solemnly swear that the information you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth. Very well. Justice, or I'm sorry, Ms. Line, why did you not appear for your court dates on those dates?
I never knew about the paper. I think he said that it was delivered in June 23rd of 22. Is that what he said? If that's the case, I was in the hospital and just giving birth to my twins. I never even knew about this.
Apparently there was more than one date issued, and the service was made to Dakota Flores, which is a residential service because he was living with you at that. That's what Mr. Loving is saying.
And I only have two service dates, Judge. One that she's here for today, having been served the citation, and one the original. The other one, the sheriff did not serve it in time for it to be in time for her to get notice to be at the hearing, and so we had to do an alias. So I do only have her having been served and missed once, which is that date in July of 2022.
So you're asking for a finding of contempt first?
Yes, I'm asking for a finding of contempt first, no sanctions.
That order is granted. Ms. Line, what that means is Mr. Loving wants you found in contempt because you did not appear when the court ordered, but he's not requesting any penalty for that. What I will tell you is, contempts of court are cumulative. If you have another one, it could result in sanctions anywhere from monetary for attorney's fees or fines, clear up to jail time if they, or you make your court dates, right? So you have been found in contempt of court first time, no sanctions. Mr. Loving, what are we needing to do today?
Just hold a hearing and aid now, Judge.
All right. Ms. Line, you've been sworn, and so Mr. Loving will ask you questions under oath. I will give you time to talk to him. Loving?
Thank you, Judge. So Ms. Lyon, the reason we ask for no sanctions on first is to make sure that everybody in the case and everybody in the household knows that when the sheriff or when you get delivered a thing to show up and appear in court, they got to give it to you or you get in trouble. So make sure that Dakota knows, if Dakota's still there, make sure Dakota knows that, hey, when you get something from me, I got to get it, because the court deems that you get it if he signs off on it because he's an adult living in the same household. So make sure he understands that. I don't want you to get in trouble again because somebody forgot to give you paperwork. Okay. I've got an address for you of 301 South Kansas in Lakin. Is that correct?
No, that is not correct.
What's your new address?
It is 600 North Campbell Street, Lakin, Kansas.
And zip there is 678.
67860.
Okay. Are you currently working?
Yes,
Where do you work?
I work. I work at the corner market gas station here in Lakin.
Okay. And I can tell this is difficult for you, so I'm going to just cut to the chase here and get to the end. The current balance is $678.57. How do you propose to get this paid?
If I can set up some type of payment plan, that would be great.
Okay, how much can you pay a month?
$50 a month.
$50 a month is not going to get it done. How often do you get paid?
Every week.
Every week? Okay. Can you do $50 every other week?
Yeah, I can try.
Okay. Starting when?
I won't be receiving a paycheck this week because I didn't work last weekend. So starting next week,
Okay, what day next week?
Thursday, whatever day that is.
The 1st? Okay. So let's have the payment due on Fridays. So every other Friday, does that work?
Yes.
Okay. So first payment's going to be due on February 2nd. Okay. All right. Do you have the contact info? Do you have the paperwork that you were served with that was instructing you to be here today? Okay.
Yeah.
My contact information is on there. Just call my office and set up payment arrangements. Okay. Probably after your voice stops hurting.
Okay.
But make those payment arrangements. Make sure we get that done in time. They'll schedule it so it'll automatically come out. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the court to order you back for another hearing aid of execution in 6 months. And that date is going to be July 8th, 2024 at 9 o'clock. So you're going to want to grab a pen and a piece of paper there or put it into your phone so you don't forget.
One moment, I've got to check because that might be the date the court's. Far so good. July 8th at 9 o'clock. Line's making a note of that.
So Judge, if she is so ordered, we are good.
Have any questions about your court date between now and then?
Oh,
Okay, very well. If nothing further, we are adjourned as of this matter. Thank you for your appearance. Okay.
thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Loving, I have no one else in the courtroom and no one. Show we still have a couple of cases. Let me know. Ready to speak about them.
Okay. Okay, ready when you are, Judge.
Top of the list is 99 LM 123, Lockwood Realty versus a year ago at this time. Conducted a hearing in aid and we set it out for today's date.
That's Mary Prito.
He's the one last year that drove here from Alamogordo, New Mexico.
Right. Is that Mary Prito?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so she has consistently made her payments. So we're going to continue that to that July date.
Very well. So order this case will continue to July 8th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Ready for the next? We'll move on to
Okay.
Altman.
One more time, Jake Altman.
Correct. 2021 LM42.
And if you, just so you know, the microphones are such that if you talk at a volume lower than that, the mic won't even pick it up. It won't even turn on. So I'm getting a lot of this. I'm getting Jake Altman.
Okay. We have a little different, we're not quite as fancy as Finney County, so I will yell, but if you lose me, it's because we're having chirps in the internet sometimes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Jake Altman.
Yeah. I have the Stone Age microphone system. My last note is an order of continuance filed on 9/1 of 23 for today's date.
Yeah, he appeared and we continued it. He was claiming that the debt was not his and he was going to try to resolve it and make a challenge to the judgment. He said he was going to make $50 payments in the meantime. We have not seen a single payment and he is not here today. So I'm going to ask for a bench warrant and a $500 bond of corroboration.
Take a quick note here. Very well. Bench warrant will order $500 cash only bond. Anything further on this matter, Mr. Loving?
Not on that one.
Well, I think we have two more matters. First is 2022 LM39 Pioneer versus Melanie Cam. This is one of the ones I spoke of. I just got the summonses to send out Thursday. I am not showing a return.
So we'll do an alias. Well, I'll go through the motions. I would ask for a bench warrant, a $5 corroboration bond contingent upon service having been rendered,
I believe that.
just in case they got served 2 days ago.
I can tell you they likely didn't because I think you're getting them back in the mail.
Oh, okay.
That one was an out-of-county service, so by the
Oh, right,
time,
right.
yeah, she was a Garden City resident. So you'll have to go to Plan B on that one.
Okay.
I think at one time she worked in Kearny County, but her service address was Finney.
Gotcha.
And I misspoke. We actually have 3 more. Tell me when you're ready for the next one.
Go ahead.
2022 LM128 Carla Davila. I'm showing we had a non-appearance on 7/17/23, or I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
So we had a non-appearance citation to appear ordered.
Yeah, so we're asking for a bench warrant and a $5 corroboration bond. Conditional upon service.
I'm not seeing any service. Very well. Contingent upon service, $500 bench warrant, cash only bond.
Okay.
And last but not least, 2020 LM94, Jake Jewell versus Jeff Dale. This is another one that was in my stack of a summons to sign, or an order to sign on Thursday. I believe this is also one that is coming back to your office because there was no way to get it forwarded to Lawrence by today's date.
Okay, we'll do an alias on that one. And then I do have one more.
All right, what is that?
Eddie Correa, Correa. Case is 2020. Small claims 3.
Moment to see if I can catch up to you.
And this is Judith Pepper versus Eddie Correa. And we continued this from July of 2023 to today. This was on for hearing in 8 at that time. He was served the HIA by tack and mail. He contacted our office a few days before and gave information. And so we agreed to continue it to January 22, 2024.
Trying to catch up to you here.
Yep.
What date did we have him here?
So he was set for a hearing in aid of execution for January 9 of 2023. Didn't get it done in time, so we changed it to July 17 of 2023. He was served by tack and mail service on July 3rd of 2023 for the July 17th hearing. He contacted our office prior to that hearing. He gave sufficient information and set up payment arrangements. So we agreed to continue it to January 22nd of 2024. he is not paid on his payment plan and he fails to appear. So we're asking for a citation to appear and show cause today.
All right, I found him in my notes, so. Citation to appear and show cause is ordered. Took
And
me
that
4
is all
different
I've got.
programs to find it, so. Back into the proper program, so if that takes care of yours, everything else is someone else's this afternoon, so anything else to discuss today, Mr. Loving?
No, just enjoy the weather.